Greetings, people of YouTube, and welcome to another, perhaps surprise episode of Leviathan Warships multiplayer. There was a recent, more or less recent, couple of days ago, there was an update of the game. They patched it to version 1.1, and I decided to do another episode since there was a moderate demand about for another episode. Plus, I wanted to talk about the new stuff that they've added into the game. Let's start with this thing right here, for example. It tells you that there are 0 admirals currently playing or battling on EU server 2. So they added a sort of counter, how many people are where. Can I actually spin this manually? I cannot spin it. So there's 9 people on Leviathan 1, and that is everyone, that's it. There's no one else playing Leviathan 1, which is kind of, Leviathan Warships, which is kind of sad. It is Monday, 11 AM. So they're not supposed to be obviously that many people. Yesterday it was, so Sunday evening I found 45 to 50 people playing on Leviathan 1. And I had to wait maybe about 10 to 15 minutes to get a 2v2 game. Which is the game I'm going to show you, or the recording of which I'm going to show you a comment on. Also on the new things in the game. So, and other things they have changed. They've added some options for PC players, which, you know, kind of should have been there from the very beginning. So what they've added is a jazz track, which is not going to play now. So there's like a free Jazz Boatman DLC, which it changes the music during the battle to the jazz track that you hear in the trailer. You probably have seen the trailer of this game. And that's jazz commentary, which is when like a ship goes down, the guy says something like, that ship has sailed, or something like that, you know, in that voice. I really enjoyed this. I didn't enjoy this as much, because it seems slightly half-hearted, kind of not really. I mean, it's like they kind of skimped out on production value or something. It doesn't sound very good, but maybe it's just me. I mean, it hasn't. Good thing about it is that so far I played one game only, and during that game it hasn't got annoying or anything. I didn't feel like, oh god, this is really annoying, I need to turn it off. So it does kind of blend in together with the jazz track, more or less. But again, it's not on the level of that amazing trailer that they produced before the release of the game. And other 2 things, or 3 things I guess, they've added is... Actually, this is how it sounds, if you can hear that. I don't know, I hope I can edit this normally or good enough.
You're gonna ship yourself.
So,
You're gonna ship yourself.
you're gonna ship yourself. I don't think you can hear it. Let me see.
You're gonna ship yourself.
There you can hear it now. So that's the commentary, the kind of stuff that he says during the game. So the 3 other things is they ended anti-aliasing here. Just do that. You see? Can you see that? I hope you can see that. And Bloom, can you see that? Yeah. There you go. So it's there. Jazz graphics. No idea what that is, to be honest. I read the forum like patch thing. Doesn't say anything about jazz graphics. Maybe this is the jazz graphic. I don't know. If you know what it is, please let me know in the comments. So that's the options thing they added. What also they added is, let's start creating a new fleet. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. So they changed the prices slightly, apparently, by, for example, bringing the bully cruiser price down and Atlas down from, I think Atlas used to be either 1400 or 1300. So then they brought that down. I think Dreadnought has been brought down, and also Buzzer has been brought down from 4 to 300. Destroyer from 6 to 5, or I think, and Overlord also has been brought down. And the elite ships have been brought up. Their prices have increased. I think this was 800, and now it is 9. What you can also do now, which is a very good addition, you can do that. You can rearrange ships in your fleet editing screen. Also, they have changed the value of certain things. Like, for example, if we go, can we go here? Thank you. And let's say we put on some offensive weapons, go to artillery. They've changed this apparently as well. I don't know how exactly. I haven't been using it before, so I wouldn't really know how they changed it now. And the patch notes are not that detailed. But this has now. I don't know if you can you see that from above there? Let's say yes, save for example. I cannot see it from there. So it has now. Oh, it says 6 here. That's not true. It used to have 8, and in my experience, it has now 5. Though here it says 6. So in the replay I'm going to show you, I'm pretty sure they decreased it from 8 to 5, not 8 to 6. So there's less of the rockets you carry with you. So basically, they nerfed artillery because it was quite powerful. I mean, you know, there's no way around it. It was quite powerful. Probably the game is better now with artillery nerfed, but at the same time, I managed to use it very, very well in the game I played yesterday, and I'm gonna show it to you again. And I'm gonna also talk about why I think, to a certain degree, this game doesn't have a very long shelf life, or whatever, expiry date, because of the depth of the strategy level in the game. But let me think about if there's anything else that they have changed that I wanted to mention, but I do not think so. They apparently also tweaked the splash damage from the artillery. I don't know which way they have done it, because it just says there it has been changed, and it doesn't say how. So don't say we're not gonna go to my replays. A very important thing they haven't fixed is that the thing where you go from you can build a fleet here, and then I say I'm on Leviathan 1, right, and I go to Leviathan 2. It's still not there. So your fleets are still server specific. They haven't fixed that. Maybe that is very hard to fix. I don't know. I don't code. I've never done it, and so maybe that's how it works. And you can see also how many of my fleets, because of the repricing, have become invalid size. They went above 8,000 points here and here and here and here and here. Oh wow, this one way up. Okay, what was this fleet? A lot of spearheads. Yeah. This is this bird ain't gonna fly. Right. Okay, so let's go to the replay I wanted to show you. All right, let's take a look here. So let's take a look at how the anti-aliasing works. Yeah, it's better. It's got better. The image got overall image became a little bit more fuzzy, in my opinion, after the patch. Maybe this is the bloom effect that is doing that. I mean, it does. It looks a bit more neon, kind of glowy, but at the same time, like it's less sharp. Anyway, so we're the Reds here. This is my my partner in crime. They got some rockets. They got some. Is this what is this? The big one. Which one was? What was the name of this thing? Yeah, the Barbosas. This is the medium ones actually. And there's Barbosas, and I think this is the Pegasus, the third, the biggest one. And they have a little scout ship over here, a buzzer, an overlord. So this guy, I don't know what he was going for. It was quite weird play that he demonstrated there. You'll see in a moment. And this is the very regular build. I think I've talked about this one before. This is the Railgun Atlas, which has also 2 artilleries, a shield, and a back-oriented Cowser. Yeah. And then he has all these little ships here. 3 of them are armored. One of them is modified to be fast and beamy. And I have my classic construction of 3 bully cruisers, 2 of them Cowsers, and one of them is the artillery ship. And then I have this guy who is basically, it's like a troll ship. He just annoys the shit out of the enemy, and sometimes actually does a lot of damage. So let's roll this. You see that our enemy is scanning on the first turn. I have the radar as well, but I'm not scanning on the first turn, because scanning on the first turn does give you information of what kind of fleet probably they are bringing. Like, they give you the sizes, but it doesn't tell you which way they're moving. So that's why I'm scanning on the second turn, which you'll see. Oh, no, I didn't bump. Okay, cool. So he's moving back with this guy. He obviously wants to position his Atlas in the corner and wait. He's gonna camp. He's gonna wait for people to come in there, and then he's gonna blast them with his railguns, which is obviously a lot of fun and a legitimate strategy. So they're moving in. This guy's, interestingly enough, maybe one of them. Oh no, this one. Oh no, for whatever reason, I thought that they actually had cloaks when I was playing this game, but maybe they didn't. Okay, cool. So that's the first turn, and then second turn I scan, and that way I know which way they're heading. So I know they're going forward, more or less. I know they're kind of splitting up. Well, obviously I can see my guys. I know what they're doing. They're coming over this way. If I were them, I would probably even move this guy forward first, but I don't know. I'm doing my trustworthy tactic of separating my troll ship from my main fleet and moving him down this way. So that he can annoy and stall the enemies while they're dealing with one this side of my enemies. There's gonna be a lot of grounding. Actually, is there music in here? Can I? Whoa, stop. Can I? Oh yeah, there's a lot of grounding because there's a narrow passage, but I just went through it. Can I increase the music level from here? It is jazzy. It is pretty jazzy, but I think he doesn't say, or the commentary only works when you're actually playing the game. So when something happens in game now, he's not gonna be saying anything. Okay, cool. Never mind. Hopefully you can hear the music somewhat. If not, you can just go into the game, experience it for yourself. I usually lower the volume of the music so that you can actually hear me, and I don't have to shout too much or increase my my level of my sound volume, the volume of my voice. Anyway, so let's continue here. So they're moving down, and by the time the buzzer appears here, they're not there anymore. So I know kind of that they're moving my way. Now this guy he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, I'm not trying to insult anyone here, but geez, I mean, I don't know if they've played before this game at all, or what's up. But this is not. I'm not showing this video to show you, oh look how good I am. I know I kill a lot of noobs or something like that. That's not what this is about. So he gotta split up his people. This guy down here, he's mining this passage, which is more or less smart move. So he's making sure that if someone does come from here, they get damaged. And if someone walks down the street here, they get punched, I guess, and he wants them to be coming this way, or maybe even this way, but not this way, so he can railgun them. What is he doing with these guys? I'm not sure. He's kind of heading towards the island, maybe just to chill out at the beach, like before the people arrive. My guy is already there, and they are shooting something, which is smoke. They're also smoking here, but next to the island, which is somewhat pointless. Now, at that point, I already see, I think, this guy. We're gonna start shooting him very fast, very soon. Oh, there we go. Oh, and the ground, my artillery thing grounded so badly, lost 500 points. That was pretty bad. But what this guy is also doing, I'm gonna do a monster thing here, and do quite a bit of damage to that scout. Is that scout? No, I forgot what the name of the ship is, but yeah, I know that, the small ship. Okay, so that was pretty easy to kill. He can see me now because his enemy has vision on me, so he is using two of his artillery guns to fire at me. This guy hasn't done anything. He lost a ship, then he came with the ship into the middle, but I mean, look at these artillery guns. I don't know why would you go anywhere. You have to take this ship like way far away, and they're looking on the outsides, and like they're all over the place. I don't know. This is completely pointless. There's no enemies over there. But yeah, let's not concentrate on that. So he's dead. He's firing artillery from his overlords at the dreadnought because I think he has vision on them, or we have both vision on them. Or maybe I think I think this was blind firing because he figured he's not here. He must be somewhere over here. Maybe by this time I already have vision on them. His artillery is closing closing in on me. Here you can see me firing the monster muncher at them. This is my artillery going at this guy. I think we see this guy already because I'm. Oh, and he hit me slightly. It's like with splash damage from his artillery. My monster muncher is deployed, and I'm using smoke hopping here to stay out of the vision as much as I can. And this is This is not a fast ship. It's armored ship, but it's still fast enough to be maneuverable enough to kind of dance around the enemy. So he laid down his mines. He's happy he's coming back. That's why he was a fast ship, I guess. So he can quickly go there, lay down the mines. These mines get wasted in this game because no one is really coming down that way. So this is my artillery hitting. A lot of stuff damaged there. 2 artillery guns have been disabled, which he wasn't using anyway. I don't understand what, again, I mean, I'm gonna stop saying that, but I don't understand what his tactic was. The monster is munching a bit on this guy. Mainly, like I said before, the job of this ship is to distract. It is a scout, yeah, I think that is the official name of the ship. The engine is down, so he cannot move for another 13 seconds. My bullet cruisers are gonna probably get grounded again. But they're in range now to actually start pounding on this guy. I'm firing more artillery at him. I think you cannot see here how much artillery you have. I'm scanning again just to find this guy and like ascertain that he's actually in that corner, because I mean there's no other place he could possibly be, but just in case. I wanted to make sure. What is this guy firing? He's firing smoke, I guess. I don't know why he's spinning that way. Oh, I think he was trying to catch me with ray guns. Rail guns. Obviously this guy's too quick, even though he's armored. So he's basically dead. He's gonna get hit with a lot of Cowser right now. That's quite a lot of Cowser. Let's move out here. So, but before his guys come in and railgun him, he's dead already. So we managed to kill him there. He got he got hit by this one, who has some beam, so he got some beam damage. These two, I don't know what exactly they were doing. He got damage from the monster here, and his engine is disabled. So they're kind of just spinning around in the water, and they didn't manage to. It's a good team. It's a good squad, but or fleet in this case. But they didn't really manage to do a proper attack or maybe even positioning. Now this monster here was also deployed by me as I was going past the another scout. I deployed it there so he can take up some. Yeah, there you go. He's getting some damage from the monster. What the hell did I deflect there? It's really strange. So I'm gonna turn these guys around. I think I'm gonna get more damage from just spinning them around and bumping them into each other. These guys, as you can see, they are completely armored, which is slowing them down greatly. I mean, this is not the fastest ship in the world. If you armor it fully, it just becomes the slowest thing ever. So, not to spoil anything I was gonna say, but I'm gonna spoil it anyway. Before they even get to the main fight, I am basically gonna win this main fight because of how slow they were. If they had come through here, they would be very different. But for whatever reason, he took his slow ships, chose the slow ships, armored them fully, and then brought around them around the longest way. Probably he was meant to, like, he thought, you know, I'm just gonna engage these guys here. You know, fair enough. It's not a terrible tactic or anything. It's just that I think if he couldn't just not put armor on the back at least, then they would be slightly faster. It would be a bit more help. But no, you'll see what I mean. Let's get it there. So who am I shooting here at? Oh, I'm trying to get these guys. And that's, I think, when I noticed that I only have 5 instead of 8. I think I killed that guy, didn't I? No, not yet. Okay, so I've turned around here. I'm trying to attack the Atlas now. This is a monster muncher going for the Atlas. There we go. They should do some damage there. They don't do that much damage, obviously, but they do some. So the rest of until these guys come around, the rest of the battle is basically him dancing around, and you know, you can see that he did a lot of moving around there. They didn't manage to, so far they haven't managed to sink the ship, which is either, I don't know, me being a great sailor or them not being great at positioning their ship so that they could fire at me. The buzzer is coming in. He's gonna do some helping. I think there's more mines here. Did we? We still haven't sunk. Oh, okay, we're gonna sink him now. There he goes. Cowser damage. I think this is gonna actually hit, maybe? No, it's too late. So the artillery goes past us. Yeah, the same stuff going on. He's backing off even more into the corner. I think he should be firing up his, or oh, okay, there's another scout destroy. He should be getting ready with his railguns now. I don't know why he's not doing that, to be honest. He should have fired them already. Maybe he was afraid he was going to hit his own ship, but I mean, goddamn, I mean, there's so much firepower coming in. We already scored more than 8,000 points here. There's no point, like, holding back now. But again, he's putting his own ship in front of his railguns. It's just it's not a great idea. My ship's going to go down now, but I managed, in the last second, to put down another monster here, so that he's doing a bit more damage. What also monsters are good at is that sometimes they can disable their engine, so they just strand the ship there. I think somehow, is this disabled or is it? Oh, just firing. Okay, cool. So he's firing his railguns. He lands, I think, 2, misses a couple of them. Bullet cruisers have a lot of health, so it's not a big deal. There's more mines that have been discovered. I don't know how the mine discovery actually works, to be honest. Now I'm like directly in front of him. I'm in grave danger with these ships, and this one does have still some rockets, but not that many. But my friends are here close, and so it doesn't seem at this point like we're in a lot of trouble. Another ship gets into the monster. I think he just went through the monster thing. He wanted to kill my guy so much that he just went through it, and this was pretty bad. This was a lot of damage there. I think they also bumped into each other and kind of slowed them down, so they didn't really manage to get away. That was a good shot on the enemy side. But we kill his another scout. The buzzer is now harassing him. And our artillery is going to be in range pretty soon. There we go. And his artillery is in range. I don't know who he is firing at. Is he firing at my artillery? Maybe. This was, I think, already him, or who fired that railgun? I don't know who fired that railgun. But that's my artillery guy coming in on the Atlas. And even I'm splitting up my troops, obviously. Even if he managed to sink one, the other one is going to be still dealing the damage. I think this one's going to die. If I remember it correctly, yeah, it's dead. And look at the amount of damage the artillery can still do. It's quite a lot. But mainly what it does, apart from the damage, it disabled almost everything. So it lands on the top of the ship. And it disables all the guns, because guns are kind of, they're obviously on the decks. They're not inside the ship or something. So the artillery shells or rockets fall on them and they get disabled. This guy is now defenseless. He has a gun, but it's in his back, so he could only turn around. But it's not going to change anything. That's it. This is done. If those guns were not disabled by artillery, maybe he had a chance, maybe, but not with two fully fledged guys. Basically, this battle was lost, obviously, when the Dreadnought just did nothing and he came in with artillery. But this is not why I am kind of showing this footage. The one reason this is done deal. I'm gonna just pause for a second and then play it in a bit. So one reason I'm showing this is to show you that artillery is still potent, even though it has been nerfed. And another reason is, and also the bullet cruisers are still very potent. The Kauser is still, I think, the best weapon in the game. Some people think it's railgun, but I don't think so. Another thing why I'm showing this is just, I think this illustrates well, or maybe if you have played this game a bit, you know what I'm talking about. How, why the depth of tactical depth and the strategic depth of this game is not that great. Is because of the maps, I think. I mean, I love the whole mechanic thing, and that's cool and all that, and I love the ships, and I love the weapons. I mean, there could be more weapons to make this more interesting, but it's like the minimum is met, I feel. But the maps, they are, even though there's more of them than, let's say, in XCOM, which is like 5 maps, right? They are all the same principle. So you start in a location, or most of them are anyway. And you have 2 ways to go. Usually you can go, one way or the other way. You can split the troops or not split the troops. That's the decision you need to make. Which way shall I go? Shall I split them or not? And that's it. And that's the strategy level of using the map. And it's fun for a couple of games, but then it just gets a bit stale after a while. For example, if the maps were procedurally generated, this game would have so much more depth. And not like there's like so much detail on the maps themselves. I can totally see this being generated randomly, and then this would be a completely different game. And then I think a lot more people will be playing this. Maybe this is, to a degree, a reason why there's only 9 people playing in the entire world. But let's finish this game as well. So this guy's still dead. His stuff is disabled. I keep pounding him with artillery. They keep pounding him with artillery. My Kauser is still working. I only lost 1 ship. I think everything is disabled now besides this gun. He's in the back. This is it. Yeah. I was gonna even bring the artillery because I ran out of artillery at this point. I was gonna bring him and just start colliding with him, but whatever. It was done anyway. By the end of this game, I had done, out of 16,000 damage, which was necessary, I had done 14,000 damage with my Kausers and the 5 shots each artillery that I had and of which I had 6. And again, I appreciate the nerf. I'm not complaining that artillery is overpowered, because anyone can use artillery. It's not like some people are entitled to it and others cannot use it or whatever. And that's not the problem. I think it was very good that they're trying to fix the game. I mean, well done. Pieces, I think Pieces, that's the name of the developers. I don't think they will be probably changing the maps into procedurally or randomly generated maps at this point, which is kind of a shame, and which as I said, I think would improve the game greatly. But I still think it's a cool game, especially for the price that it costs. And I cannot say that I don't recommend it. I think it's a great game. I think it's a cool game, and I think that you should give it a go. And it's a lot of fun to play with your friends, co-op or versus. And there's also the assassination thing, which I think I showed only one video, which is a very different mechanic of killing your enemies, and you know your priorities change because you need to kill this one ship. But yeah, basically the main message of this video is, like I was saying before, is that only if the maps were randomly generated, it would have been so much cooler. And that's it, that's the end of the game. I don't think, and because of those reasons that I named today, I don't think that I'm going to be playing that much of this game. In the nearest future, I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for more updates, and I'm going to be probably reporting back to you about the patches that they do and whatever the future developments of the game, because I think it's a cool game. I think it's a great idea. This is maybe the first ship-based tactical game that I actually enjoyed playing a lot. So yeah, that's the message. That's the message I'm trying to bring to the masses today. Thank you guys for watching this. This video was mostly update about a patch that went online a couple of days ago. Hope to see you guys again in some other videos, and not see you, but like imagine your eyes watching the videos that I make. That would be cool. Bye.